Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me this opportunity to talk. I can see you are now relaxed when Bensouda is on the throne. I'm very glad, and as a teacher, I thought that I would get the motion before it was brought here, so that I restructure it to suit the debate in line with the current status of the situation of this country.
Yes.
When we are talking about we should stop demonstrations, there are no demonstrations. It is expression of the status of this nation. I want to advise and I want to make my contribution in regard to the Monday 20th peaceful march in exercising the opinion, in mind, in action, and what Kenyans are undergoing.
Yeah.
I want to state, as the woman representative of Homa Bay County, this nation is hungry, and there is no question about it.
Yes.
My second contribution, we were gladly advised by the Vice President that business will run as usual. Who stopped the business?
Yeah.
Who told the people to close the business? Nobody advised anybody to close the banks, to shut down the hospitals, to shut down anywhere. Nobody did that statement. Why did Kenyans choose to close? Number three, nobody said that all Kenyans in the 47 countries are going to march to State House. I have heard members contribute that people dressed up in a state that they were going to take over from State House. Myself, I was in white. And I wanted to march peacefully because I represent the youths. I represent the hungry women. I represent the PWDs. Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to tell you that I was told I am a woman and I'm representing all of them. I am on the floor, Mr. Speaker, sir, can you protect me? I do not want interference.
Order. What's your point of order, Honorable Maya?
Excuse me.
Honorable Bensouda, a moment.
Point of order.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker,
yes.
While I consider it as an insult to the youth of this country,
yes,
the age that is put in the website for Honorable Bensouda is about 35 years.
Order.
We would like
Order, Honorable Maya, order. Honorable members, order. Order. Proceed, Honorable Bensouda, proceed.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for protecting me. No wonder even the 2/3 gender rule cannot go through in this house. When I'm making substantive statements, and I think he was sleeping, I talked about representation. I didn't talk about youths. Mr. Speaker, sir, I personally witnessed, because I closely navigated this city on that day. I began by the University of Nairobi, the world-class university where I went, and there was heavy firearms at those gates, a conducive which cannot encourage learning. I want to say that when I moved around Kibra and all Langata areas, it was armed policemen and tear gassing. Is that what we call security? Is that what we call peaceful demonstration? I want to tell you, Mr. Speaker, sir, we miss concepts, and this country must be brought to order. We want leaders to be fair to the nation. We want leaders to be honest to the situation. When I walked into Parliament, personally, I've taken fruits. There is somebody who had not taken fruits, even for a whole year. Personally, there is a cafeteria there. I have eaten. The people who are demonstrating outside did not see even any form of food on their table. We do not take serious matters into jokes. It is a high time we must raise up and work as leaders of this country. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Order. I think the time is up. The time is up. Order. Honorable Sioi, followed by Honorable Korere. A speaker has to look at a number of divides, diversity, regional, party, female, male. Order, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me a chance to support this motion by Abraham Kirwa. And I've heard it clearly that my fellow MPs are complaining of the cost of living. Mr. Speaker, we don't expect a price of unga to be 70 shillings while we bought fertilizer at 7,000 shillings. The input was so expensive, and the maize that we are eating at the moment is the very same product from the high cost of production that the members of parliament who are complaining here were in that parliament, in the 12th parliament. You guys were in the...
Noise and name calling will not serve this house. Demonstrations and picketing are in the law, in the constitution. And when it is going on, it is the duty of the police to maintain order. What happens in a demonstration depends on two groups of people, the demonstrators and the police. And there are evidence in history, like in the Selma March in the United States in the 60s, the black people were marching very peacefully. The people who were causing the violence were the police and police dogs. They achieved what they wanted. What happened here on Monday? Mr. Speaker, I was at KICC. We were sitting at KICC. There's nothing we were doing. The police threw tear gas. What was the reason? Mr. Speaker, in the afternoon when we were going through Madare and Isli, the people were basically not, they were listening to the speeches. They didn't even throw a stone. The police started putting tear gas and water cannons. In town, the police were attacking any group of people, regardless, and actually robbing some of them. So, Mr. Speaker, what happened on Monday, the chaos that we saw, at least in Nairobi, is totally attributable to the police. We were determined to have peaceful demonstrations. So, Mr. Speaker, nothing will stop these demonstrations until the issues we are talking about are addressed. And if the police wants to cause chaos, let them cause chaos. We shall remain peaceful. Mr. Speaker, let it also be known there's a simple principle in life and in this parliament. Let the minority have their say as the majority have their way. Mr. Speaker, if we reduce this house to the mood of the house.
Is it a serious point of order that has something to do with the order of the house? What's the order? What's the point of order?
Honorable Speaker, you know I will not rise on a frivolous point. I rise on Standing Order 87. Honorable Speaker, if you can protect me from the Honorable Rosa Buyu, I think she has listened to what the Honorable Nyikal has said. Honorable Speaker, because Standing Order 87.2 says that it shall be out of order to introduce an argument on any specific question upon which the House has taken a decision during the same session. Honorable Speaker, you know we made a decision on the IEBC Amendment Act as a House, Honorable Speaker. And listening to what Professor Nyikal is saying, amongst the issues they mention is a review of that particular act approved, enacted by this House, Honorable Speaker. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, unless the Honorable Nyikal can then substantiate, if you allow me, Honorable Speaker.
Order, Honorable Kimani Chunga, order. Please take your seat. Proceed, Honorable Nyikal, and finish your argument. The debate.
So, Mr. Speaker, I was saying, if we want peace in this country, let the principle which says, let the minority have their say and the majority have their way. If we get into a situation where the mood of the House stops them from debating difficult issues, we have no other option but to go and discuss them in the street. And that is what we shall do. Mr. Speaker, nature also says, those who have more will be expected of them. If you have more power in your hands by whatever way you get it, it is your duty to make sure there is peace and order in the country. And if you fail to do so, we shall continue. Monday is on.
Order. Order. Order, honorable members.